What's up, people? Just doing a quick video here. This is the Real Steel Megalodon. I got this off of Blade HQ for like 150 bucks, and right off the bat, I'll say it was probably one of the best knives for $150 that you can buy, fit and finish wise. It's just excellent, but I'm not going to do any specs or anything like that. Just kind of a quick overview. So, specs. What I'll do for specs is it's a large knife. It's almost about a 4-inch blade. So it is large. It does have M390 blade steel. As you can see, it's marked there, and I have it upside down, but nonetheless. The blade has like this super like high satin. It's probably like satin and then buffed. It has a logo there. It says the designer's name there, and it says Real Steel on the clip. The handle's full titanium. The front slab is milled out. There's pockets in there, pretty deep pockets. I don't know how well you'll be able to see in my lighting because it sucks, but it is what it is. Flow through construction. It's on 2 standoffs in the back, and there's a lanyard hole. Centering is dead perfect. It does have a steel lock bar insert that also acts as an over travel stop. The knife is running on bearings some kind. I have not disassembled this knife. This is more of an initial review. I have used it a bit, but I believe a guy said it's kind of like an encapsulated needle bearing. So whatever it is, the action is super smooth. It's got a really nice action. It flips great, but it's kind of like a hydraulic-y, super smooth action. It's really nice and a little bit different than, you know, just kind of that free dropping nothing feeling. It's really, like I said, I really dig the action. It flips great. The detent's solid. It doesn't come open or anything like that. No problems flipping it open, like if your hand's on the lock bar or anything like that. I haven't had any issue with that. So, that being said, this knife to me is kind of like the poor man's Shergroff. It's semi-similar. I mean, not super. The handle's a lot different, but the blade shape's kind of the same, and the Model 95 is about the same overall size as this knife. So, honestly, you know, I definitely like the Shergroff's aesthetics better than this knife. I like how the handle looks and the blade and all that. But you really can't beat it for 150 bucks. I mean, it says M390 steel. I actually like the action better on this than I did my Shergroff. I had the single row bearing one, not a multi-row bearing, but, and comfort, you know, this handle looks, it kind of has this weird swoop in the back where it's not bad and it kind of looks a little odd, but it's really comfortable in hand. There's no problem ergonomically. This knife is really comfortable in, you know, any of these grips. So I have no issues with that. There's a lanyard hole in the back. It is rather small. I don't know if you get a piece of 550 card in there. I'm guessing probably not. So you'd probably have to use something thinner as a lanyard if you want to use one. I don't care. I don't use a lanyard. I don't like them, so that is really a non-issue with me. And the other issue I have to say is this pocket clip where the lock bar cutout is, relief cut. Like probably 1 out of every 5 times I stick it in my jeans, the shit'll catch right there, but I can pull it right back up. But it is noticeable every once in a blue. Like I said, probably 1 in 5 times I get to stick it in there, it'll hang up. And you still don't have to use like 2 hands to do it. It's just kind of push in, it gets stuck, and you just got to push it a little bit more to get it over that hump. Like I said, though, it's not every time, and it's not a big issue. So that's about the only fault of this knife I can find. Other than that, this pocket clip is not a hot spot. You can't feel it when you're holding it in hand or cutting or anything like that. So it's really great. Size comparison. Here's a Spyderco Manix 2 lightweight. As you can kind of see there, for handle size, you really get a lot more blade for almost like, you know, pretty close to the same size handles. This handle's obviously a little bit longer, but for the difference in size and the blade length is pretty astronomical. Since I didn't do specs, if you have a Manix 2, here's the blade stock thickness compared to it. It is a little thicker than the Manix. Performance-wise, like I said, this is a Chinese-made knife. It says it's M390. I have no reason to doubt that. I've used it. I've cut up a few boxes, cut up some food. I cut up some thick zip ties, like the ones that are pretty like that thick. They were all my kids' toys. I got a big toy like ride-on truck for my kid, and had these really big thick plastic zip ties holding it in. I kind of just jammed it in there and twisted and cut it like that. And I've had no edge deformation or chips, rolls, anything like that. So I have nothing right now that would make me think that it's anything that it is. So, and for the size, it carries extremely. It doesn't carry, for the size it is, it doesn't carry like it's a 4-inch bladed knife. It really is comfortable. It's pretty light for the size of it since it's all milled out. It really is not bulky. In the pants, it has a pretty slim profile, and like I said, I honestly don't feel like I'm carrying a big 4-inch ass knife when I'm carrying this. I'm been into the smaller knives lately, and I generally EDC something in the 3 to 3.5 range, usually around 3.25, something like that. And it's been a while since I bought a bigger knife, and I have to say that I'm really glad to have this. I like it. Like I said, for the size, it doesn't carry like it is. And for 150 bucks, you really can't beat this knife. The fit and finish is phenomenal. There's no stick on the lockup. The action's great. Centering's great. It's just all around a winner, especially at that price point. I've had some knives that cost a lot more than this that didn't come close in fit and finish. There's a stop pin in the back. And it's rounded to catch the stop pin. Just an overall very solid built knife. There's absolutely no play. I don't know if I said that at all, but no play in any direction on this knife. So it's just a winner. That's all I got really to say about it. I will say too, the slicer, it is a full flat ground. It's pretty thin behind the edge. It is, a short kind of full flat ground, and it does get to a thick blade stock, so it isn't like the best slicer I own, but it's perfectly adequate at regular EDC shit. Like I said, I've cut up food in boxes with it, no problems. But, it's still a little thick of a blade stock, and it is full flat, and it's not that high of a full flat as compared, say, to the Mannix, which is, a decent amount higher, and it's a little slimmer blade profile. So that being said, like I said, it's adequate. It's fine. I want, it's not a bad cutter. It's just not the best that I own. So all in all, I like it. It does have kind of an interesting lock bar cutout. I didn't show that, but it's got like a little wave in there, which is a neat little touch. Let's go over it. It's one-sided pivot. Like I said, I haven't disassembled this, so I don't know if that's D-shaped in there or if it's going to spin on me a little bit. I'm not sure. I'll have to check that out. Torque screws, though. So, if you like it, I'd say get one. And like I said, for 150 bucks, I don't know what out there beats it fit and finish-wise. I don't think much do. So, that's that for this one, and I'll talk to you all later.